Let's get right into another episode of the Hollow Points Podcast, where we accept the challenge of providing dangerous, thought-provoking, and sometimes controversial insights into life's most common topics.
Man, I have heard all my life, don't, you thought I was going to say that Oprah Winfrey stuff, didn't you? No, all my life, don't
That's Miss
judge
Sophia.
a book. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see you with
Yes, sir.
your
Yes, sir.
name knowledge.
Sure.
Don't judge a book by its cover. But you trying to tell me that there's some visual red flags in people, right? That I can just look at people and it's a deal breaker and know that they finna break my peace. They finna disrupt my home if I entertain this. What you
I
mean?
think I think my point of it is there's certain things that have existed for a long time. Something called women's intuition. Something called my gut. Something called my lion eyes. Like there's certain things that you have to be in tune with yourself and then be okay with believing what you've known to understand. Now, prejudice sounds like a bad word because we use it poorly. But prejudice means that I have a reason to believe something based off of the physical observations that I have or the situation that I'm in that I felt like I was previously in or I've seen before. So sometimes you have to make those assessments early on and often to protect yourself or to be prepared for whatever outcome occurs. Yes, there's some people, great example. It's dudes that I've seen, that I've been around, haven't said two words to, don't know them from nowhere. I just get a bad feeling. I just get a bad feeling about them, so I don't fool with them. It's okay, and it's okay. Everybody can't go
Every
with you.
but everyone is prejudiced. We need to break all of this. Prejudice is bad. Everybody is prejudiced.
Absolutely,
You lessen it depending on race,
absolutely,
but if you
absolutely.
pull up at a gas station of people all dressed in a certain color with guns, you need to prejudge that situation for your safety and go to the next gas station. You
Well,
should be prejudiced for protection at some point.
more important than that, history will provide you enough education and clues to do the right thing. If I pull up someplace to a restaurant, to a Wendy's, a McDonald's, or whatever, and all the lights are off, it's very safe and appropriate to assume they're closed. I
Right?
hate a motherfucker
Or
that go
being
knocking on the
robbed.
window.
Yeah,
What are
they
you
being
doing?
robbed. You about to get robbed too. Right.
So sometimes, and even when that comes to people, you've been around people, you've been around white folks where they say certain things or they present in a certain way or they even walk in, uh, and say, man, that dude is that dude is racist or that dude is off or that dude don't mean me no good, and it's okay. My girl got a problem with saying people got bad, but man, that person built bad. She built bad, and it's like, do you think that she wants to be built bad? Well, she could have wore something different. Well, maybe she don't see it like you see. She ain't seen it from this angle. Her mirror is not as low as your height. You know what I'm saying?
she, she
But
she got the funhouse mirrors. What the
man,
fuck
I
she got?
guess so. I guess that's the thing. I heard something recently where they said dude was so fat that when he go get his shoes shined, he got to take their word for it. And so
Right.
so the reality of it is, you might think that somebody let's throw out some prejudices that I've befallen, and people tend to, because I'm honest about it, they tend to come down on me. If you are overweight, there are certain clothes you can wear to subdue how big you are, how much gut you got in the front and all this and all that. But whenever somebody brings it up, she's cute in the face. Okay. So is anybody cute anywhere else? Because if I said she was cute in that, if I said she was cute in the ass, is that appropriate? No, probably not. If she's cute in the hair or she has nice ears, what? Why did we quarantine it to? She's cute in the face to try to mask
Because
the fact that
you
she's
gotta
obese.
restrict it. Yeah, you gotta restrict it. You can't go past the neck.
So hold on.
Would would
So if
would you
she
eat
if
food from a skinny chef?
I don't subscribe to it because of Southern roots and different things. I feel like you haven't sampled enough of your own wares. But then that would be simpler. Listen, the reason it sounds silly, and I'm gonna say this, I'm a hypocrite. I don't really believe in upfront. I have a prejudice of consuming food from a skinny chef, but I would never, if I was on drugs, would never buy drugs from a crackhead. Obviously, a
Why?
crackhead that sells would know the best crack if a
Right,
fat person that cooks knows the best food. Like these are the
right.
same thing. I'm saying the same thing. But my mind, people's mind don't work like that. I need the strung out drug dealer.
Yeah, he
They
ain't
don't say that.
dead. Yeah.
But we quick to say, I'm not gonna, eat her food because she too healthy. She looked like she can't cook. She looked like, and I hate when a mug say, she looked too good to act like that. Like only ugly people can have bad attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know what? When I
I
pulled up
heard
and see how
somebody
ugly
say
she was, I knew I was in for that. Yeah, I knew I was in for a problem at the bank. My
I
teller
heard
was ugly
somebody
as
say
hell.
you too cute to have your phone screen crack like that. I didn't get that. Like cute people have grips to not drop their phone. Like I don't. What the
Man,
fuck is
I think that what they wanted to say or what they wanted to believe is you got to be the whole package. When you cute here, and this is why you shouldn't have a pretty face. If you gonna be the whole package, be the whole package. She's disqualified in the face because she's 407 pounds. She's
that? So you
disqualified.
just
She's
so you
breathing
throw the
hard.
whole person away?
I thought Eric, listen, when you have something that overwhelms your physical appearance, I take that as the predominant reason why I judge you. If you talk, here's the situation. I don't care how nice your figure is or your shape or your how long your hair is and beautiful and this and that. If you're 7'1", that doesn't appeal to me. I'm never going to tell somebody she's attractive, but she's 7'1". I'm going to simply say she tall as hell. She like 7'1". Well, how she look? 7'1". Yeah, I can't get past that. You did?
So you throwing everything away. You giving out
I
red
am.
flags based on one characteristic.
If it's overwhelming like a 7'1" Sasquatch chick, yes, bruh. That's not unfair. You can't indict me for that. If she's 407 pounds, I don't care if she's a Rhodes Scholar, a Ninja Turtle, you know what I'm saying, a Sunday school teacher, and a chef. She's 407 pounds. That I can't do anything with that.
Okay,
I can't. Somebody, like they say, it's
that's
somebody for everybody. I
that's
can't fuck with that.
overwhelming. Okay, what about the public bonnet? Does that disqualify you? Is that a
It
red
does.
flag for your whole total
It does.
score?
It's for mine. It is. Let me explain why. Just like old girl said, you was too cute for the crack phone. You got to have some type of threshold of how you present yourself because that's how you gonna present the team ultimately. And the team is prepared. Nothing says I wasn't prepared for this trip like you still having on pajamas. Simple as
Oh,
that. Simple as
but
that.
some
You
people
came
that's
out on
their flying outfit is pajamas.
man. You ain't lying. That's and that's wrong. That's wrong because certain things are for certain places. You know what I'm saying? Certain things are for certain places. You don't want to mix metaphors in this regard. When you have on pajamas or when you have on house shoes and you ain't in a house, that's by the naming convention you're in violation. You know what I'm saying?
So
Now I'm
you
not saying
you
you
don't want
can't wear
them to
gym
think
shoes
outside the
outside the
box.
gym. I don't want for you to do. I don't want for your reason for doing things primarily because of convenience or fun.
Or
If you're an
laziness.
adult and and that's where the convenience comes in. It was gonna be
Hmm.
too hard for me. I'll say this: I do not wear sweatpants. I'm of a certain age where I don't wear sweatpants outside the house unless I'm going to do a physical activity, play basketball, tennis, something like that that involves me wearing sweatpants. If I got sweats on at the crib and we're about to go to Walmart or we're about to go to the jump park or we're about to go anywhere, I'm putting on jeans. I'm putting on jeans because that is to me, I cared enough and knew this was coming. I knew I was leaving the home and I wore jeans. My mom used to
A
have this
jump
thing
park
where
is a physical activity, or you ain't jumping.
I'm not jumping. I'm too old for that too. First of all,
Oh,
that is degrading if you over 25 years old and you are actively jumping at a jump park, you haven't taught your kid how to make friends. They own age. Everything your kid does for fun shouldn't be something you feel entitled to do as well. If you bowling and the bumpers is up for you too, you a violation.
You
Because they
let
make it
kids
now
best
with the
friends
bumpers.
for the first 5 years.
No, man, you can't. Here's the situation. You're your kid's closest friend. See, this is where these words mean something. You're your kid's closest friend in the first X number of years by default. They don't know no better. They haven't had a chance to be around other kids. But if you ever observe a young child, they get excited as hell when they see another little person because they can relate. That shit
Right,
is
right.
natural. That's instinctive. That's primal. They tired of your big self in their face talking crazy. They get another kid, and another kid matches that energy. Two kids can love each other and play with each other. They don't have prejudice. They don't have preconceived notions. They just have energy and fun. And they get tired. They run each other out. That's why you create play dates and this and that. You want somebody on the level with the child. You having a child as your friend, even as that child, you can't wait for that child to get of a certain age where y'all can be real friends, not realizing you've suspended your growth, waiting on this fucking child to grow up. I can't wait till she get
Dang.
18 so we can go do something. What the hell? Now you 40. Why are y'all doing something together? This is inappropriate.
Why don't you have friends? Right.
Exactly, because you waited, because you tried to, what they say with these molesters, you tried to groom your friend. You got them in early and groomed them in the way in which you wanted a friend to go, because a real friend
Oh,
would
that's
tell you, you bogus. This is wrong. But when you can groom them from the jump, they think what you're doing is appropriate. They think you wearing that shit that's too small and too tight and talking all crazy and trying to be on Twitch and TikTok and
yeah.
all of that, and you 52 years old, they think that's hot.
They think you walk on water, but really, you just know where the rocks are.
Right, right,
That shit was
exactly.
funny.
Exactly. Yeah, you could trick
Oh,
a kid, man. You smarter than a kid. Like anybody smarter, especially a kid that they could put time into. Like I said, they manipulate them, and then they make them believe that they indebted to them and they owe them something because they was their friend to the end. And that's and I know a lot of young ladies. I got cousins. I got folks that like my mom is my best friend. My mom is this and that, and every last one of them don't have a dad in their life. So by default, y'all all y'all have with each other. That ain't healthy. That's not even it's not appropriate, but it's damn sure not healthy. Go out there and find someone your own age. Go
that's
out
not a
there and
friend.
do
That's not
something.
a best friend. That's a best parent. That's not
That
a best
yeah.
friend.
But then it's by default because the other one ain't even there. Or the other one is trying to be a grown up. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to.
I done seen moms and teenage daughters dress alike. There's nothing more distressing than that.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
That's man, I don't know who's to feel sorrier for. I don't know whose idea this was. It's like when you
I
see
feel.
couples dressed like, I mean, and here's the situation. I'm good with couples that coordinate because once again, the effort. That means that we knew we was going somewhere. We put some effort into it. You got on a hue of blue or a hue of orange or whatever, and then you kind of made me bring that color out. You know how we do, bring that color out. But when we got on the same thing, when you got on a pantsuit as well, oh, this is creepy.
I
This is
feel more
creepy.
sorry for the one that's in a cult. I feel sorrier for the one who's brainwashed, not the brainwasher. So it have to be the daughter.
I, the problem is this: when you have, in my experience, when you have kids that you cool with or that you friends with, they feel like they have more opinions than they are qualified to administer, and it just messes up the relationship because they're not in a child's place. My mom asked me questions recently about some of the things that was going on. One of her friends recently died, and she was saying, "Do you remember this? Do you remember that?" And I was like, "I remember being around, but I wasn't listening to what y'all was talking about. I was in a child's place." So yeah, when this was going on, or when she got into an argument with this person at this venue, I had no idea what that was about because that didn't have nothing to do with me. Like I grew up in that
Right.
era, where the grown ups was doing grown up shit, and I was doing kid stuff, and I was good with that. Now we
Exactly.
trying to mix it too much. Yeah. Now it's good to give your kids game, after the fact, hey, I know you seen me slap dude in the face. Let me explain what was going on. But you trying to get in to help jump this dude, it's absolutely inappropriate.
Yeah, you're supposed to be doing homework.
Right, right, right. So yeah.
Okay,
But I
so
think,
there are
yeah,
red
go ahead.
flags. Are there yellow flags? Is there such thing?
Yes, because what happens is this: the yellow flags come in the form of you've experienced something that didn't go well, but it wasn't because of the something; it was because of the someone. So let me give you an example. Um, I'm I got a buddy, and um I'm trying to talk to this girl, and he cheering me on or wingmanning me or whatever the case may be, and just because of who he is, he trying to see how he can get his weight up too. He trying to see if there's a chance for him as well. And so neither one of us get it because he's messing up the whole flow. Because she like I thought later on she says I thought I didn't know if you was trying to talk to me or if he was trying to talk to me because the stuff he was saying was kind of flirtatious. The stuff stuff you were saying was kind of flirtatious. So it just got confusing and I had to remove myself from the situation. This is in retrospect me and her having this conversation. Now here's the situation: me and you cool, I can't be in a situation where I'm trying to talk to a chick and you trying to help me out. There is a yellow flag there, but I got to let this play out. I can't shut it down because that's not your crime. I can't charge you with somebody else's crime, but I do have to be sensitive to there's a possibility here. The one thing that you hate, especially, and women do this, they always bring old stuff over here. Well, that furniture don't fit over here. You bringing that old shit over here. Let me fail for myself. Let me succeed for myself. Because that's the
Hmm.
funny part. All of the failures get inherited to the new dude, but none of the successes get inherited to the new. Well, he was going to school and he was, working part time and he made shift manager and ultimately he ended up owning the KFC. You never think, well, I done made shift manager. I'm gonna end up owning Microsoft. Like that never happened.
Right.
That
Yeah,
never
but
happened.
they
But
don't say okay. He owned KFC or he is
right,
shift manager, but
right.
why didn't you say he had herpes? Like,
This concludes another episode of the Hollow Points Podcast, where we act as your therapeutic outlet on topics many think about but are afraid to speak on.
oh, you're welcome.